All right, what's going on, y'all? We're officially in peak week. We're only 4 days out from the men's physique competition. I'm gonna give y'all a full physique update, let y'all know kind of where I'm at with the diet, and then how the fill out process is going this week and the next couple of days with a prep series vlog. But for today, I actually did a Q&A yesterday on my Instagram and got tons of really good questions from y'all. So that's what we're gonna go through today. I've got a ton of questions that I wanna go ahead and kind of bang out for y'all, having to do with diet, training, how I'm feeling, how we're feeling out for peak week, all of that. So let's go ahead and jump straight into it. All right, so the first question we've got is how much and what type of cardio should I do while bulking? So right now I'm obviously cutting, I'm in prep, so I'm doing lots of cardio right now, but while bulking, I do still suggest doing some cardio. Typically that's 3 or 4 times a week, just lists, steady state cardio, something that's not too catabolic. So, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I came from doing ultra marathon training, and while I absolutely love running, it is very catabolic. So for bodybuilding purposes, I suggest doing cardio 3 to 4 times per week. Something light impact like walking on treadmill on incline, or walking outside to get your heart rate up. Typically, I suggest getting heart rate between 125, 140 beats per minute, but that's not even that big of a deal. But do cardio about 3 to 4 times per week while bulking, and you'll be good to go. Only keep it at 15 to 20 minutes per session. You don't want to do too much, or you're gonna have to really eat back a lot of those calories. All right, so the next question we've got is what are your calories and macros currently? So right now I'm in peak week. So day by day, my calories and macros are changing based off of what I need. And we're starting the fill out process today, but really over the next couple of days. Over this last week, I've essentially been doing no carb, but today I've got about 2,800 calories. My protein is at 288 grams. My carbs today is at 213 grams, and my fat is at 92 grams. Now, like I just said, I've been very low carb for the last few days. I'll give you an example of what my low carb days have been, but I've been in full on suffer mode over the last few weeks. And my protein was at 274 grams. My carbs is only at 28 grams. There's literally no actual carb sources. And then the fat was at 90 grams, and that was just over 2,000 calories. And I was at that for over pretty much the last week up until this morning. So that's where we're sitting on calories and macros. All right, so the next question we've got is, does sex drive tank during prep? So this is something that I was actually interested in prior to prep because I had heard a lot of bodybuilders talking about, the last few weeks of prep. You're not really able to get things going, all of that. I actually haven't experienced much of a change up until about a week ago when we really started driving carbs down. With it, I've had no issues getting it up. I'm still, able to get things going. I'm still doing that extra bedroom cardio. But the only way I can kind of describe it is over the last week, I'm just so tired and such a lack of energy that the interest has kind of gone down. But it's still there. It's just, I would say there's not as many sessions throughout the week as, there were, say, a month ago. But, overall, no, mine has not really dropped off. It's just the energy is pretty low at this point. All right, so the next question we've got is, what is your workout split? So I'm still doing push-pull, arms, legs, rest, repeat. I've been doing that the last pretty much year straight. If you guys have been following me, I've covered many videos on how I do this, why I like to do push-pull arms, legs rather than just push-pull legs. But I'm still rocking with that even now. Now, I put out my own program that actually details out my exact training. I'm talking my exact split, my exact movements, the exact sets, and the exact reps I use, how I do it with high intensity bodybuilding, with top sets and back off sets. I put that out a few weeks ago. It's called Raw Intensity Mass Builder. And you can find the link for that down in the description box below if you're interested in that, but it's literally my exact training. But to answer the question, I'm still doing push, pull, arms, legs, rest, repeat. All right, so the next question we've got is, what are some things you didn't realize about the bodybuilding process until now? So pretty much there's been very little that's actually caught me way off guard. The only thing I would say is the actual amount of daily work that goes into prep if you're going to do it right. So right now, I'm doing 2 cardio sessions per day. I've got, about a 2-hour workout per day. I've got posing. I do vacuums. And the posing, I'm doing quite a bit of that now. And then that's not even counting, how much meal prepping and all of that. So the amount of daily work and the daily time invested during prep has caught me a bit off guard. But other than that, there's been no other real big shockers. It's just really the amount of work that actually goes into doing a prep right. All right, so our next question is, how many sets a week per body part do you think is a good amount? So there's tons of research on this, and if you follow someone like Jeff Nippard, he dives deep into the actual science behind it. For me personally, I typically like doing anywhere from 12 to 20 sets. Now this depends, are you doing more of a volume-based workout, or are you doing more of a high-intensity bodybuilding workout? Are you actually taking it to failure? All of that. But that's where I'd suggest between 12 and 20. Sometimes I will go a little bit beyond that, but I wouldn't drive up, past, say, 30 sets. If you're actually taking it to failure, that's going to be overkill. Anything under, say, 12, for hypertrophy purposes, in my opinion, you should be doing a little bit more than that. So a good range is, 12 to 20 or 12 to 25 sets per body part per week. All right, the next question we've got is first thing you'll eat after your competition. So I've got quite a few cravings right now, but on the night of the show itself, I'm probably just gonna keep it simple and go with burgers, fries, and cookies. Probably Five Guys and crumble cookies. But the thing I'm really wanting right now is a massive breakfast. So there's a place here in Austin called Moonshine. It does really good like Southern style food. I'm gonna go there. I've already kind of like picked out the menu, which is pretty much like 2/3 of the menu that I'm gonna order after the show. So, that's gonna be everything from your just typical eggs, bacon, to cinnamon rolls, biscuits, gravy. There's kind of a whole list. I'm gonna go hard on that meal. So that's the one I'm really looking forward to. It's just a big ass breakfast. All right, the next question is hardest part of prep so far. So the biggest thing, it goes back to the amount of time that you have to put in to prep if you're gonna do it right. And that's just been managing the business and YouTube side of things. So, I had a plan going into the prep that, I was gonna be banging out a lot more videos and all of that. And, one, I got sick over the last few weeks, and that's been a whole other thing that I'm gonna have to, kind of talk to y'all about in the next prep series video. But, I dealt with a sickness for about a week and a half. That was pretty rough. And then on top of that, just the amount of time invested to prep itself. It's been difficult to, keep everything running with my business, and then obviously getting YouTube videos out. But other than that, that's really been kind of the biggest thing, is just managing life outside of bodybuilding prep itself. All right, so the next question is, how do you get through the mental and physical wall? So on the physical side, the biggest thing, especially for prep, is you gotta stick to a firm routine. Get into a firm routine really early on. For me, that's getting up, doing my fasted cardio, going through and do my vacuums. I, of course, do my check-ins, eat, meditate. I like to read. Go to the gym. So you've got to stick to a routine that you pretty much follow day to day for the physical side, because you're going to have days that you have zero energy. I mean, just walking around the kitchen, it feels like your legs just don't have the energy to be walking around. That's where the routine comes in. It's like you'll be in kind of just autopilot. Now on the mental side, this is where, you're going to have to take time to yourself. You're going to have to know when you're at a mental low point. For me, I've been meditating a lot more than, I do, say, in the off season. And that's helped me a lot. I've been actually reading a lot more too than I typically would. But find things that kind of bring you down, give you peace, and take that time for yourself, because there's just going to be days where you don't want to talk to anybody. You don't want to be around anybody. And then on the mental side, as far as motivation goes, you've got to remember why you're doing this and kind of the end goal of getting up on stage and all of that. And, it should be motivation too, that you're going to get up on stage and you don't want to look like crap either. So, you can kind of keep that at the forefront of your mind. All right, so the next question is, what's your cardio routine been like throughout prep? So all throughout prep, I've done a fasted cardio session. So that's first thing in the morning before eating, and then a post-workout cardio session. That's just immediately after the workout. I've split this up between doing cardio outside. I typically do that for my fasted cardio. And then with that, I'm just walking fast, getting my heart rate elevated. And then for post-workout cardio, I split that between walking on the treadmill on incline and then getting on the Stairmaster. Now, in the beginning of prep, we started with 20 minutes fasted and then 20 minutes post-workout cardio. Right now, currently, we're doing 50 minutes fasted and then 50 minutes post-workout. So right now we're doing, an hour and 40 minutes of cardio per day. That's been for, I want to say about the last week and a half or so. That's been another thing that's caught me off guard is how much cardio actually goes into this. It actually reminds me a lot of my ultra marathon days. I'm doing quite a bit of cardio outside. It's just not running, but it's actually, and my heart rate, my resting heart rate and all of that is down pretty low right now. So like I said, I feel very, very good aerobically. And, the whole thing that like bodybuilders suck cardio wise, I could see the big guys, having issues with that and all of that. But on the men's physique side, at least what I'm doing, I'm feeling great right now on the cardio side. So that's where we've been 2 cardio sessions per day, a fasted, a post-workout, and then we've just tapered it up throughout prep as needed. All right, so the last question we've got is how do you temper your mindset when training? So especially for high intensity bodybuilding, focus is key because you're wanting to have that gun held to your head mentality of, taking your top set and your back off set absolutely to failure and even past failure on your back off set. So prior to the workout, that's when I like to meditate. I like to, kind of completely clear my mind of any business stress or anything like that. On the way to the gym, I make sure not to talk to anybody on the phone. I've got a good workout playlist. And during that time, I'm visualizing the workout itself. And then while I'm in the gym, I still like to talk to people in the gym from time to time. But for the most part, I like to stick to myself. And, I really, really like to stay present with the next working set. So, if I'm doing a warm-up set, it's always focusing on getting ready for that top set. But I'm not thinking further ahead in the workout. I'm trying to stay very, very focused to take that top set absolutely all out to failure. But that's kind of how I like to, have my mind with my mindset with the workout. It's just being very, very laser focused. But that wraps up our Q&A today. Like I said, I've got a prep series vlog coming for y'all in the next couple of days. It's going to detail everything from, full physique update to, how I'm doing the water loading right now, how we're doing the carb up process right now. I'm extremely, extremely flat. Like I said, I've been doing like no carbs for the last about a week and a half. So right now, I'm pretty flat and depleted, but we're getting ready to start the carb up process. But I'll bring that to y'all in the next couple of days. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, go ahead and smash that like button, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Leave any comments or questions down below. Love going ahead and connecting with all of you. Be happy, be positive, be powerful. Have a great rest of your day.